This has been a productive day.
Yeah.
Not being able to do anything in the morning, to settling on land, to
Buying a metric fuck ton of $1,000 worth of whiskey.
paycheck hurts. It's just so much.
Yep. Yay! Welcome in, everybody. We're Everything in the Barrel. I'm Andrew. This is Nate.
Hello.
Very delayed reaction there.
Yeah, but that's the only time I get like a moment of solace of just quiet. Otherwise, it's just like...
I am your bitch in those few fleeting moments.
quiet.
Where
it's just
I
quiet.
can't go on until you say hello to the peoples.
That's my thing.
It
Gotta
is.
be polite.
Yeah. Someone has to. So today, we're doing something completely different than what we normally do. We are going to be talking about our favorite whiskeys for old fashions. And I have to say whiskeys because they're not all American. They're not bourbons, they're not ryes. Like, they're whiskeys. Because there are
I don't know which ones I picked.
There are a few surprise ones in there. So, all right. Let's just jump right into it. One of my all-time favorites for making an old-fashioned, I enjoy a good, high-proof, spicy rye that'll hold up to the mix, to the ice, to being watered down a little bit with the ice. I want a whiskey that's going to stand up to it. And for me, as a Heaven Hill fanboy, that's a Pikesville rye.
See, the Heaven Hill part doesn't surprise me. It's the Pikesville. I don't think I've ever seen you make a Pikesville Old Fashioned.
That's all I've made from this. I don't drink Pikesville neat. It is good neat.
But it's that nice category of...
It's an old-fashioned mixer.
This, yeah. Okay.
I mean, it's a little bit more expensive. I think it's like 50, 60 bucks, whatever. So, I mean, for an old-fashioned mixer, it's a little bit more expensive.
Yeah,
but you're paying for like 110 proof rye.
But if you still want a good drink.
Yeah.
Now, there are some of these in here, like I really haven't made like old fashions or like the smoky old fashions. I don't have anything like that. I think that would be fun to try to dabble with. But then even I haven't done much with like Manhattans. Like you start going to like the Manhattan drink.
You lost me.
You go to like a good like speakeasy, they do some killer
Let's stick
weird
to
shit.
the old fashions because you are losing me very quickly. All right. So Pikesville is one of those ones that will hold up. I enjoy a spicier old fashioned, like I was saying. I enjoy the proof on this. It holds up to everything that you're throwing in there as a mixer so well that makes this just an absolute staple for me.
So what's the proof on that thing?
110.
Oh, okay.
Literally just said that.
What?
Yep. So apparently it's rye whiskey of the year, whatever, from
The good old
rye of the year. Yeah,
that's
whatever.
Authentic.
I just realized that number 2 whiskey of the year in 2016. Is this that old of a bottle? Or are they just still putting that on there? Squirrel moment for me. Holy shit. I just bought this not that long ago.
Bought a 2016 bottle. Whatever.
Apparently.
It's not that bad.
Yeah, no. But Pikesville, if you like a good rye in your old fashioned, if you want something proofier, very solid option. A very solid option.
So,
You're first.
going off of that, you're actually the one who kind of got me onto this one. Of course, anything bourbon, American, anything like that. But anything like Elijah Craig. So I started doing a lot more with, I shouldn't say a lot more. I made a lot of different things, but you brought, well, it was your C920.
Yeah.
You got like 2 or 3 bottles at one point in time.
Yeah.
So you're like, let's make an old fashioned.
Looking back, I really wish we didn't make an old fashioned out of a C920.
But
But damn, was it good.
it was really good. So anything like Elijah Craig barrel proof.
Yeah. Any of their barrel proofs.
Is good. And once you kind of mix it in there, it's whatever. You like it. But if it's neat, then you can start picking out your batch numbers. But it's 120 proof.
That one is, anyways.
Yeah. Well, the one we grabbed off the shelf. But most of the ones that we have are are floating there.
They're in that range, from
yeah.
120 to some of them up to like 133, whatever, in that range. But yeah, Elijah Craig, the proof, the age statement, everything that you want in an old fashioned.
It's good. I keep coming back to it. It's something that when we talked about like Knob Creek, the Knob Creek it makes an old fashioned, but I don't know, that Elijah Craig just holds up way better to being like watered down.
Yeah.
So I like the drink for what it is. And again, it's the higher proof, but even still what Elijah Craig is, I like that profile.
Yeah.
Even in the glass watered down. It doesn't taste just like garbage. It doesn't lose its all the flavor profile is still there. You can still taste everything. It's not like, oh, well, we just lost half the
And that's what
the
you
profile.
want, because like you're adding ice, so you're incorporating water into it, so it's going to get proofed down. You're adding bitters, whether that's Angostura, orange, a mixture of the two. Some people do weird grapefruit chocolate bitters, whatever, and you're a nut job for doing that, in my personal opinion.
Don't listen to them. You're fine.
You're not. But then adding like some orange zest, like we'll always have an orange zested into the glass, whatever. You're adding different things to it, but you still want the whiskey to be the main component, and that's where a good barrel proof, if you can handle the proof, it does really well.
I would say that even like something like this, if people like their old fashions, if they were gonna buy something like, so you bought the Pikesville, strictly as an old fashioned thing.
Absolutely.
Even if you can't handle this or don't like it, I shouldn't say handle, but if you don't like this by itself, it makes a hell of an old fashioned. Like you might like that with the orange. If you do like Demerara and you just do like a big giant ice cube. It complements that orange so well.
Even like, so these are like $80 to $90, whatever. So even still, like Elijah Craig, like we picked the barrel proof off the shelf, or you picked the barrel proof off the shelf, because you enjoy, like, same thing with that, like that I do. The proof that still remains behind it. But the Elijah Craig, the 94 proof, still does really well.
It does.
And the Elijah
surprising.
Craig rye still does very well as well.
But then the other point to where
those are just cheaper options.
Yes, there are other ones that might make a better old fashioned, but then there's some of those where you're like, okay, we're really gonna make a drink out of a
C923s, A121,
or the ones that you know are very limited.
Yeah.
Like, if you can't get it on the regular, or if it's something where like, hey, this batch just once it's gone, it doesn't exist anymore. Maybe you enjoy it. Or if you do make, if you do like your C920.
Yeah.
But like even still, if you got something, I'm just talking even just general scope.
There are special batches of Elijah Craig. Yeah. Like special of the special, whatever.
Yep.
And then there are other batches that, in comparison to those other batches, fall kind of flat on their face. Those would be the batches that I would use in an old fashioned.
Yeah. So this is one to where, I mean, this one happens to be.
I grabbed A122.
Yep.
Did I? A122?
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
Yep.
A22.
I was about to say this is the one we're drinking, but we're not. We'll come to that later.
Yeah.
But
A122 wasn't super impressive to me.
it still makes a hell of an old fashioned.
It's still good. We've legit. I grabbed this one because we've legit made an old fashioned from this one.
Yes.
And it was good.
Yes. That was the last time we were here.
But I've also we made an old fashioned out of it because compared to the other batches around that time, it wasn't anything special. It wasn't anything to write home about. The B522 was good. The C922 was good as well. This was like the last place in 2022
so
for me.
For him, we've done this. This is us talking out of our
Asses
here, pretty much. But like a C920. So when we did this and we've done a C920, yes, he likes that one that much more. But I think part of it is like it's your C920 because really it's Elijah Craig profile.
Yeah.
There's no like, if I gave you that drink, I'm like, hey, what batch is that? You're like, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah.
So it gets to that point where even if you don't have your favorite batch, if there's a batch you don't like of Elijah Craig, old fashioned, it'd still be killer.
Yeah,
it
is.
Doesn't
It holds up really well. All right, so my second bottle, Keeper's Heart.
Not that we had to refill between sessions here.
Yeah, we might have had some storage space issues. Anywho, my second bottle, Keeper's Heart, Irish plus bourbon cask strength. This is one that is just always a staple to me in old fashions. I enjoy it neat. I enjoy it in a mixed drink. They're the fanboy, whatever in me for David Perkins and Brian Nation. The fact that they're in Minnesota, like ties to our home state, just make it that much cooler to me, whatever. But it makes a damn good old fashioned.
Yeah, it doesn't really surprise me because I don't know. Keepers was still one of mine that, like, in the background, like, yep, it makes a good old fashioned. But I think for me, the staple with the Elijah Craig trumps that just because of when we've made it. That's just, we just go to that a lot. At least when you come over to my place, we just make it so often, and it's so good.
Yeah.
To where some of the stuff that we do on there, and they make some experimental, I shouldn't say experimental, but
It's their single barrel finishes.
Yep,
that
but
do.
they have like a maple one, like literally maple syrup.
And maple,
That's divine.
substituting maple syrup in an old fashioned is so good. Excuse me. So our old fashioned recipe is like 2.5 ounces of whiskey, about a 1/2 ounce to 3/4 of an ounce.
Yeah, you don't want any less than 2 ounces, really.
No, no.
Well, and that also depends on how fast you're drinking it. Because if you're just sitting here and just talking and BSing, and that big cube is sitting, 2.5, because then at least it's going to hold the value.
Yeah.
Where if you're drinking them fast, just do 2 ounces. Don't do any more than that.
Yeah. But it's about 2.5 ounces of whiskey, about a 1/2 ounce to 3/4 of an ounce of Demerara syrup, and we will die on that hill that Demerara over simple syrup every day of the fucking week. And then we do about 4 dashes of bitters. Well, we do 4 dashes of bitters. It just depends on what bitters we have. If we have Angostura bitters, we will do 2 dashes of Angostura bitters.
I like the Angostura.
2 dashes of orange bitters.
Yeah.
Or if we just have one of those, it's 4 of whatever one we have. It's not like the Dasher bottles, professional cocktail bottles. No. It's just straight.
Because those are actually limited. So if you do, like the bottles that come in and you do 2 dashes, you need to do like 4 dashes of the corked like bottles, because they limit it for the spray. So you need to do 4. So it's like half the thing or whatever. But so this one's 118 proof, just for reference of the camera, depending if they're gonna do like a B-roll of that or not. But so I'm really excited to where they're gonna go. Because they do enough stuff. I even picked up, they even have like an old fashioned
mixer. Like pre-bottled whatever mixer.
I didn't even know they had that, so I bought it just to try a sample. And even in their blend of like their ingredients, like their sample profile, like, and Demerara simple syrup, I'm like,
yay!
Good job, yay!
Good job, guys.
So it's good. It's worth it.
Yeah. When we went down there for the first time, and they were just like, oh, old fashioned, whatever, Irish plus bourbon, I was a little skeptical at first, because to me, like, old fashioned is very Americanized, whatever. Like, to me, it's an American drink. It's an American whiskey drink.
Yeah.
And the fact that you're putting Irish whiskey, like, we've tried old fashions with scotches, and it's just,
so scotch,
just throw it out. This did so fucking well.
We have done scotches that they need to be the higher age statements, typically, because they've been in there longer and they have more of either I don't know if it's the tannins or whatever else, or that, and some of those that we get start being higher proof. So there's that
it holds up to the
error there. Okay, that they're lower proof, they don't hold up. At least that's for us. To where I've done higher age statement scotches and they do really well. The thing with scotches are they're really expensive, and making an old fashioned out of that's kind of sad sometimes. But if it's really good, great.
But you're spending a lot of money on an old fashioned. Yeah.
To where you can get if you're happy with it, great. There's a depreciation or return. There's some stuff that is better to where if you're buying a $300 bottle, are you going to make an old fashioned out of it, or are you going to make an old fashioned out of the $60, $80 bottle? Okay. How much is your Pikesville?
$60.
Okay. You're going to spend $300 on a bottle and go like, I'm going to make 4 old fashions with, and then realize how fast that level goes down. And you're like, oh yeah, huh. Not that we've ever made an old fashioned out of the old Rip 10 twice for both of us.
Happy 15. Anybody?
Shut up. One time. One time.
Pappy 15 and Coke. Stay tuned for the next video. Nate loses his goddamn mind. All right. So what is your second whiskey?
So it's actually...
I know what it is because it is actually what is in our glass.
So when we reviewed this, I'm like, that would make a really good old-fashioned,
Like the
I think.
first words out of your mouth.
It makes a really good old-fashioned.
It makes a really good old-fashioned.
Old Fitz, Bottled and Bond, 7-year. So 100 proof.
It's a new product from Old Fitz. It's still allocated, whatever. But I mean, I just saw a picture on a local Facebook group of a Total Wine with 7 to 8 boxes of this on a cart. They're gonna be all over the fucking place real soon here.
You literally can go across the border
To
into Wisconsin, and there's a couple different places, the bigger places that are,
Yeah.
it's not small
Mom
towny
and
stuff,
pop,
but yeah, mom and pop, or at least, or not city owned municipality that are like, hey, they just have these sitting on the shelf. You're like, oh, cool. So ours is distilled spring 2018, 100 proof. It's whatever, great.
It's when they're all distilled.
Yep.
Yep. But
Or future proofing.
the first thing that you said with these was the first thing you said with this, losing my words here, was that this would make a damn good old fashioned.
It does.
So when we were sitting down to like make an old fashioned for this video, we're like, Old Fitz it is.
We haven't done one yet.
No.
So that's what we're sampling, and it's holding up because we've that ice cube is getting
It's getting down there.
getting small.
Yeah, it's getting small. But I mean, it's held up pretty nicely. I'm impressed.
I'm
like
happy.
it does real good.
Yeah.
A weeder in an old fashioned typically does really well.
Yeah.
But it depends on the old fashioned.
Yeah. Well, like I said, that really kind of depends on if you know you're okay. So if it's like a poker night and you're just sipping on it, do it 2.5 because if you're slowly just doing it, it's gonna hold up to that ice. And it really, you gotta do a big ice cube because like the little ice cubes will water down everything. It doesn't matter if it's 130 proof. Those small cubes just
water it down.
And then if that was a $300 bottle, you're crying internally.
Why are you using a $300 bottle on an old fashioned?
Okay. Have I ever made you an old fashioned with Signet? It's amazing.
You have. I forgot about that.
That's really good.
I
Dessert scotch.
a dessert
And it's
Scott old
300
fashioned.
plus.
Yeah.
That's where we are.
Yep.
So, I mean, it's not to say that Scotch can't do it, but you get like a barrel proof. Honestly, if anything you like that's barrel proof,
Typically holds up fairly well.
yeah. But
All right. So this is going to be our dark horse. Just
I don't know if it's much of a dark horse, but it's something that we both agreed upon. It's a long time ago. It's been a consistent thing. I know what you're gonna bring out.
it might be like, what the fuck are they doing kind of moment for everybody else on the other side of this camera. This was my signature drink at mine and my wife's wedding.
We
So-
did have quite a few bottles of that.
Yeah, we purposely, when it went from national release to Utah only, before it came back to national, we had the future sight of, hey, we're doing signature drinks at my wedding. We better stock the fuck up on this before it's no longer there, so we can make old fashions out of this. My signature drink was a High West Campfire Old Fashioned. Hear me out before you just click out of this video. The balance between bourbon, rye, and Islay Scotch. It's so fucking good. It is so good. I have so many bottles of Campfire. Granted, like I have different years because like I wanted to try different things. But like
I have these. I have a
Yeah.
couple more of these old
The
labels.
old labels, yeah.
Yep, the old labels.
yeah. So like High West is just
At your wedding, that was the old fashioned. When they asked for an old fashioned, they poured that. We had like 6 bottles on standby.
we went through 8 bottles of it at the wedding.
I don't even know.
People that don't drink whiskey tried that drink. They're just like,
Was
oh,
it really 8?
we went through 8
I thought we
bottles.
went through 6.
We went through 8 bottles of it
I
that
thought it
night.
was 6.
We went through 8 bottles
Good
of it that night.
God.
people that don't like whiskey went up there and said, "Oh, hey, give me the signature drink, old fashioned," and they came up to me and they're just like, "What the fuck is this? This is fucking fantastic." High West Campfire. It's a little smoky. Yep. It's a little proofy. It's a little rye spice. So it's a little sweet. It's perfectly balanced, and a little smoke in an old fashioned is so good.
It kind of goes
It's
back
like you're cheating the fact, like if you don't have one of those things to put on top and smoke it, you're just doing it with the whiskey.
Hey, that's what I was gonna say.
I know. Took the words right out of your fucking mouth.
Yeah, you just keep talking. Remember when I say like I just gotta wait for like 2 seconds or 3 seconds before the cold open? And it's just like quiet.
That's your peace and serenity.
Peace is quiet. 3 seconds. But no, I don't know.
This is why it's host and co-host. Because I don't shut the fuck up.
You really don't. But I agree. It's if you're doing like home bar setup.
At least I don't interrupt you.
No, never. No, never. If you do an at-home bar and you got just a couple things, this would be worth it because you do get some of that smoky stuff without having to fucking bust out wood chips and a fucking torch. Okay. I do like those old fashions to where if you were gonna do that, I don't think this is the drink. I don't think this is the bottle for that. Because that'd be way
a little bit too much smoke.
It'd be way too much.
Yeah. All right. So we'll end on this note. I don't think I've actually told you where, like, I got like some of like the inspiration for my sleeve here.
Oh.
So this campfire that's right there. I don't know if the camera will pick it up. Whatever.
It probably won't. Right there. Of course it is.
I gave him a picture of this bottle. Yeah, I gave him a picture of this bottle. It wasn't the new label.
Yeah, that's the old one.
I gave him a picture of this bottle and said, basically match this campfire to that campfire. That is how much I love this fucking whiskey.
Yeah, it's actually similar to your tattoo. Yeah. The background and everything.
Yeah.
High West slut.
Yep. All right. So those are the 5 bottles that if we were just making old fashioned, those are the 5 bottles that we'd reach for.
So I would try at least one of those, and
if you had to try one, campfire.
Yeah.
Just for the oddity.
Just for the weirdness.
Yep.
But at some point in time, I think if we get enough videos, people are going to start realizing that they either that they fit with Andrew's profile of palate or mine, or they realize whatever we say, do the opposite. Whatever works, but at some point in time, if we start having people to where like, okay, yep, no, I fit Nate's palate or I fit Andrew's palate. Yeah. Okay, but once you start mixing things, some of that stuff goes out the window.
Yeah, absolutely.
My old fashioned, his old fashioned, your old fashioned, completely different.
Yep.
Because there are some people to where like, okay, if you use bitters, it's Angostura. You never use orange bitters. So when I make it at home, I do about 2.5 of whatever whiskey I'm doing.
Yep.
If I do Demerara, it's anywhere from 1/2 to an ounce. I play with it to try to see how sweet I can make it.
Yeah, we usually settle about 3/4.
Yeah, 3/4, probably a good half medium. But then what I try to do is it's stupid. So at the local grocery store, if I do like an organic orange, it's big enough to where I can get like a full pull where like, I don't know what the hell the small ones are. Anyway, long story short, you can get like some actual true no, not clementine, like true like organic orange. Stupid. If you can get like an actual good pull off the zest and you can spray that into the drink and just put the whole damn orange in there versus this micro thing that he gave me. It's so much, but I don't do any like
I
orange.
figured you were used to handling micro things. All right.
And my old fashioned's gone. No, but if you do bitters, but if you can do like a true orange versus like orange bitters, yeah, that's what I like. This guy likes orange bitters,
I
whatever.
like orange bitters.
But whatever you do, Demerara.
Amen to that.
For the love of God. Do 2 parts. Go look like, what is it? Greg on HTD, How to Drink. He does like a whole bunch of simple syrups or whatever
Yeah.
else. So like 2 to 1. So like 2 to 1 of the simple syrup. Because then it's shelf stable. Because I've had, God, when I was first starting, I did like 1 to 1. That shit will mold
Yeah.
so fast.
Yeah.
You got to do 2 to 1.
Yep.
2 to 1. 2 to 1 Demerara to water. Boil it. Put in the water.
Demerara
and,
sugar. Yes. Okay. Well, on that note, thank you for tuning in. I have no idea how long this video will fucking be because we went on rants and tangents for a long time.
Stuff that they won't even see.
Yep, exactly. So I will leave you with this. Wisconsin old fashions are fucking trash. Don't ever drink them. Drink normal old fashions, and we'll catch you on the next video. Bye.
Drink normal old fashioned. Like that's not just a giant profile of everything.
I had to
Just don't muddle the orange. That's all I'm asking. Just don't muddle the orange.